What if one of the greatest inventors in human history discovered something about the universe? Something most people still don't truly understand today. Something incredibly simple, yet so profound that it could completely change the way you see reality. Nikola Tesla once said that if we truly want to understand the secrets of the universe, we should think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. But what did he really mean? Was he speaking only about electricity and physics? Or was he hinting at something much deeper about the nature of existence itself? Because the more scientists explore the universe, the more they begin to uncover a fascinating truth. Nothing is ever truly still. Everything is vibrating. Everything is moving. Everything is part of an invisible symphony of energy. And when you begin to see the world through this lens, something remarkable happens. You start to realize that the universe is not simply a collection of objects. It is a living system of rhythm and motion, a vast cosmic dance of frequencies shaping everything around us, and perhaps even shaping us. Today we will explore 10 fascinating ideas inspired by Tesla's understanding of energy and frequency. Ideas that may not only change the way you see science, but also transform the way you see yourself and your place in this universe. Take a slow breath and allow yourself to imagine the universe not as a silent machine, but as a living ocean of motion and vibration. Let's begin. 1. The universe is alive with movement. When we look around us, everything appears calm and stable. Mountains seem eternal. Buildings feel unmoving. The ground beneath our feet feels solid and dependable. Yet when scientists began exploring the microscopic world, they discovered something astonishing. Nothing is truly still. Inside every atom, particles are in constant motion. They vibrate, they spin, they move in patterns that resemble a silent dance of energy. Reality, at its deepest level, is not made of static objects. It is made of movement. Tesla sensed this long before modern science could fully explain it. He saw the universe not as a rigid machine, but as a living ocean of motion. And there is something deeply comforting about that idea. Because if everything in the universe is always moving, then nothing in life is truly permanent. Difficult moments pass. Circumstances evolve. Energy shifts. Life transforms. Movement means transformation. Movement means renewal. Movement means possibility. Just as the seasons change, just as the tides rise and fall, life itself moves in rhythms. And when we remember this, we stop fearing change. Instead, we begin to see change as part of the universe's natural flow. 2. Everything carries its own frequency. Imagine standing in a quiet concert hall. An orchestra begins to play. Each instrument produces its own sound. The violin vibrates with delicate frequencies. The cello produces deep, resonant tones. The flute creates light melodies that seem to float in the air. Every instrument vibrates differently, yet together they form harmony. The universe may function in a similar way. Everything has its own natural frequency. The earth vibrates. The oceans move in rhythmic waves. Trees sway with the wind. Your body pulses with life. Your heart beats in rhythm. Your brain produces electrical waves. Even your thoughts influence patterns within your nervous system. Tesla believed that understanding these frequencies could change how humanity interacts with reality. Instead of forcing life to move according to our expectations, we could learn to observe, to listen, to align ourselves with the deeper rhythms of nature. Just as music becomes beautiful when instruments are in tune, life becomes harmonious when we learn to tune ourselves to the universe. 3. Resonance reveals the power of harmony. In physics is resonance. Resonance occurs when two systems vibrate at the same frequency. When this happens, energy begins to flow effortlessly between them. Imagine pushing someone on a swing. If you push randomly, the swing barely moves. But if you push in perfect rhythm, the swing rises higher and higher with very little effort. This is resonance. And it reveals something profound. Sometimes power does not come from force. Sometimes power comes from harmony, from timing, from alignment. Tesla believed resonance was one of the hidden principles of the universe. And perhaps this principle exists not only in physics, but also in life. Sometimes progress happens not when we push harder, but when we align our actions with the natural rhythm of reality. 4. The Earth itself carries a natural rhythm. Tesla believed the Earth was not simply a silent rock floating through space. He believed the planet itself carried electrical energy and natural rhythms. Years later, scientists discovered something fascinating: a natural electromagnetic frequency called the Schumann resonance. This resonance exists between the Earth's surface and the atmosphere. Its primary frequency is about 7.83 Hz. Interestingly, this range overlaps with certain brainwave states associated with calm awareness. While science continues to study this phenomenon, the idea itself is beautiful. It reminds us that we are not isolated beings wandering across a lifeless planet. We are part of the Earth's rhythm, part of its cycles, part of its living system. Every breath connects us to the atmosphere. Every step connects us to the ground beneath us. We are not separate from nature. We are expressions of it. 5. Energy is far more abundant than we imagine. Tesla often spoke about energy not as something scarce, but as something abundant. The universe is overflowing with energy. Sunlight floods our planet every day. Wind moves across continents. Rivers carry enormous kinetic force. Even the air around us contains electrical potential. Tesla believed the future of humanity would depend on learning how to work with these natural energies. Instead of exhausting the planet, we could learn to cooperate with it, to respect its rhythms, to use technology not against nature, but alongside it. This vision is deeply hopeful. It reminds us that the universe is not empty. It is filled with possibilities. And the more we understand energy, the more we realize how much potential surrounds us every moment. 6. High frequencies reveal hidden possibilities. Tesla's laboratory experiments often appeared almost magical. Electric arcs dancing through the air, glass tubes glowing without wires, rooms illuminated by invisible currents. But these demonstrations were not simply spectacles. Tesla was exploring what happens when we move beyond the familiar frequencies of ordinary electricity. When scientists explore new frequencies, they often discover new phenomena, new technologies, new possibilities. Many breakthroughs in human history began when someone dared to explore beyond the limits of current knowledge. Tesla believed the universe still contains countless discoveries hidden within its frequencies. And perhaps the next great discoveries are waiting just beyond what we currently understand. 7. The human body is an electrical system. Modern science confirms something Tesla understood intuitively. The human body operates through electrical signals. Every thought you have triggers electrical impulses in your brain. Your heart produces measurable electromagnetic fields. Your nervous system sends electrical messages throughout your body. In a very real sense, you are not only biological, you are also electrical. You are an organized field of energy interacting with the world around you. And when you realize this, something empowering happens. You understand that your body is not simply matter. It is a living system of intelligence, constantly adapting, constantly healing, constantly balancing itself. Within you exists an extraordinary harmony of biological and electrical processes working together every moment of your life. 8. The mind influences the body's rhythms. Science shows that our mental states influence our physical states. Stress affects heart rhythms. Calm breathing stabilizes brain waves. Meditation changes neural patterns. Thoughts and emotions shape biological activity inside the body. This reminds us of something important. Inner peace matters. Clarity matters. Gratitude matters. Because the mind participates in the body's rhythms. When we cultivate calm awareness, we influence the patterns inside us. And sometimes the most powerful transformations in life begin with something very simple. A breath, a moment of stillness, a shift in perspective. 9. The future of science lies in invisible forces. Tesla once suggested that when science begins studying non-physical phenomena, progress could accelerate dramatically. Today, modern science explores many invisible forces: electromagnetic fields, quantum energy interactions, wave dynamics. What once seemed mysterious often becomes understandable as knowledge evolves. Tesla believed humanity was standing at the beginning of a deeper exploration of reality. And perhaps the greatest discoveries of the future will come from understanding the unseen forces shaping the universe. 10. The universe is deeply interconnected. Perhaps Tesla's most inspiring idea is the idea of interconnectedness. Nothing exists completely alone. Stars influence planets. Planets influence environments. Environments influence life. Life influences consciousness. Everything participates in a vast web of relationships. Energy moves through this network. Information flows through it. Life emerges from it. And when we begin to see ourselves as part of this interconnected system, something powerful happens. We stop feeling separate from the universe. We begin to feel connected to it. And that sense of connection can inspire a deeper appreciation for life itself. Nikola Tesla was more than an inventor. He was a visionary who believed the universe was filled with hidden patterns waiting to be discovered. Energy, frequency, vibration. Perhaps the greatest lesson from Tesla is this: the universe is not silent. It is alive with rhythm, alive with motion, alive with vibration. And perhaps the greatest discovery we can make is realizing that we are not separate from that cosmic symphony. We are part of it. Before we finish, take a moment and pause. Look around you, the room you are sitting in, the air you are breathing, the quiet movement of life happening all around you. It may all appear ordinary, but when you begin to look deeper, something extraordinary reveals itself. Everything is moving. Everything is vibrating. Everything is part of an endless flow of energy. The atoms in your body were once part of ancient stars. The air you breathe has traveled across oceans, forests, and mountains. The energy flowing through your nervous system connects you to the same physical laws that shape galaxies. In other words, you are not separate from the universe. You are part of it. Nikola Tesla believed that understanding energy and vibration was not only a scientific discovery, it was a doorway to a deeper awareness of reality. Because when you realize that everything is connected through energy, your perspective begins to change. The world stops feeling random. Life stops feeling meaningless. You begin to see patterns, rhythms, connections. Moments that once seemed ordinary begin to feel profound. The sunrise becomes more than a daily event. It becomes a reminder of the Earth's rotation through space. The sound of wind in the trees becomes more than background noise. It becomes a rhythm within nature's orchestra. Even your heartbeat becomes a reminder that life itself is a vibration, a rhythm moving through time. And perhaps the most beautiful realization is this: you are not just observing the universe, you are participating in it. Every thought you have, every action you take, every kindness you offer, every dream you pursue, all of these create ripples in the vast ocean of existence. Just like waves spreading across water. Tesla once said that the day science begins to study non-physical phenomena, it will make more progress in one decade than in all previous centuries. Perhaps he was hinting at something humanity is only beginning to understand. That consciousness itself may be part of the universe's deeper structure. That awareness is not an accident, but a natural expression of the universe becoming aware of itself. When you look at the stars at night, the universe is not just something outside of you. In a strange and beautiful way, the universe is looking back at itself through your eyes. The universe is your curiosity, your imagination, your awareness. All of these are expressions of the same cosmic process that formed galaxies and stars. And when you begin to see life this way, something powerful happens. You begin to feel less small, less separate, less lost. Because you realize that your existence is not random, you are part of the unfolding story of the universe. A story written in energy, in vibration, in movement, back at itself through your eyes. And perhaps the most important message hidden within Tesla's words is this: the universe is not something distant. It is something alive within every moment, within every breath, within every heartbeat, within every thought. So the next time you look at the sky, or feel the wind, or listen to the quiet rhythm of your own breathing, remember something extraordinary. You are not standing outside the universe. You are a living expression of it, a vibration within its infinite symphony. And perhaps the greatest discovery any human being can make is realizing that the universe is not only out there among the stars, it is also right here, flowing through you.